It's no citadel, but it beats roughing it.
Hail, friend. It is good to meet you. Actually, have we already met? No, never mind. You just reminded me of an old acquaintance from the Capital Wasteland. They will be missed. Welcome aboard. More or less. Although I do see the similarities between sending you to the Glowing Sea and John Maxon sending the Vault Dweller to the Glow, if the stories are to be believed. I am Elder Abraham Phillips. Back in the Capital Wasteland, I was one of Elder Lyons' students and cohort. I served alongside him for decades until the day of his passing, and strive to continue his codex of humility and humanitarian efforts to better our way of life in this ill-begotten hellscape we call home. Elder Lyons was one of the wisest and most strong-willed elders in the history of the Brotherhood. He knew that instead of protecting the wasteland by hoarding technology which should actually go out and make a difference, actually help people, he stood by this, even when the West Coast threatened to cut us off, dressed in steel. It was a Sunday. A little under a year since we took the Purifier and sent the Enclave back into the shadows. Sarah was there. I was there. The whole Pride was there. We had lost Rothschild a month prior. He suffered a heart attack trying to rebuild Liberty Prime. We had all gathered that morning in the Solar. Even Colvin had skipped his personal services to join us on Lyons' final day. When a tree reaches the end of its life, the leaves turn beautiful colors from the lack of chlorophyll. And just as the trees show one last glimpse of color at their end, so did Lyons. On his deathbed, he told us that we shouldn't worry about honor or duty or missions, but instead remember compassion. That love for all mankind is what will save it. I've always been a secular man, but in the last moment I had a feeling that he was not the only one speaking. Colvin has told me that in that moment he truly felt that the Lord was speaking through our elder. We stayed with him the entire day, till the moment he closed his eyes forever. I knew he was happy, being there at the end with his family. Not all by blood, but we were his family. And that was what mattered. Sarah and I stayed after everyone else had left. We buried him together, and the entire Brotherhood attended his funeral. Once we laid him to rest, Sarah became elder, and the Pride and I stood behind her. Until it all came crumbling down. The daughter of Owen Lyons, our former elder. We miss her dearly. It's a touchy subject for all of us. I would prefer not to speak further on it. Colvin, I would say he is the heart and soul of our family. He is steel incarnate. A will so strong and undaunted is a rare thing. I do suspect he has not come to terms with the loss that he has experienced. He tries so hard to be the rock that we can all rely on, to remain stoic in the face of yet another loss. I fear this pattern will eventually break him. He needs to find a way to grieve, for us, and, more importantly, for himself. Her parents died at the Purifier, so I took her in. She is family after all. Ridley was already smarter than I was at her age. She was always interested in books and the world those books portrayed, and the technology that was commonplace at the time those books were bound, especially flight. Oh, she loved the idea of flying. I remember passing by a small airport, and she was absolutely awestruck by the ancient jets still held in their hangars. I'd never seen someone so elated over a heap of metal that no longer can serve its purpose. Maybe igniting inspiration within a young mind is what it was meant to do all along. When I studied under Lyons, I learned many things. For one, our main goal is not to preserve technology, but to protect and help the wasteland. Sure, we're a little undermanned and under-equipped to do that now, but that does not change our purpose. These synths are simply an obstacle in our path. However, I will not order my men to kill them on sight, for I pity them. As Institute machines, they are born into this world, knowing not a mother or a father, but merely a test tube. That's a long story. It starts with the Outcasts and our civil war. Back in Washington, a paladin named Henry Kasdan voiced his dissatisfaction with Lion's focus on eradicating super mutants rather than amassing pre-war tech for the home chapter. This antagonism soon led to the schism betwixt the two. The Brotherhood was decimated. An entire platoon's worth of my former brothers and sisters left with Kasdan, and from then on, referred to themselves as the Outcasts. Despite their choice of title from their self-imposed expulsion from the Citadel, I knew they were right. We, Lion's followers, did deviate from the mission consigned to us by the home chapter. They merely decided to abandon our cause and return to secure, contain, and protect humanity from themselves by hoarding technology. Back then, I saw them as simply continuing what was trusted to us, something that we ultimately abandoned ourselves. And in that instant, for merely an instant, I felt as if we were being cast aside, even if it was simply symbolic. A story much longer than I have already spoken, but I will say this. Maxson happened. He achieved reunification with the Outcasts and brought them back into the fold, but the price for that unity was unbearable to me, to everyone here. Now here we stand, truly cast out of our land and home, with naught but our honor and steel to keep us. The irony is not lost on me, for now I have what most lack in times like this. Perspective. I know now how Kasdan and his detachment felt when leaving the Citadel, marching in quiet rebellion from the might of the majority. When a great spear and a great shield collide, they either break or they both walk away. Kasdan walked away. I walked away. This cycle must be broken. Soon, very soon, someone has to break. Maxson must answer for what he has wrought. Yes. In order to hold our own against Maxson, we're going to need more people. Specifically, specialists. Opening up to recruits from people we aren't sure of is a very easy way to invite in Brotherhood spies. We have 3 potential candidates: a gunner engineer, a Minuteman veteran, and a discharged Brotherhood knight. Here are their locations. Send them back here and we'll clue them in on the situation. Dismissed. Bye.
Thanks for the assist. Is there something you need? If not, I've got work to get back to. Specialist Rachel Clark, Gunner Engineering Corps. Better than being out in the hot sun trying to scavenge parts from these vehicles? Sure. It'd beat this any day. What's the offer? Power armor? Command never lets me touch the stuff. I'm in it just for that. I hope they're not too much like the other Brotherhood. That steel boot has been encroaching on gunner business way more than any of us like. I'd love to go, but a squad was going to come check on me. I'll head out now, but can you please go take care of them? Thanks. I'll see you back at the bunker.
Excuse me.
What is it? Tell Preston to get off his ass and save those settlements himself. Yeah? Well, I don't cotton to Brotherhood thugs coming around. I warned those knights of whatever. If they came back, they meet the bad end of a 50 MJ. Sure you do. And I want 1,000,000 caps. Kid, if you really want my help with your little power armor parade, you're gonna have to do something for me. Listen, my boy's gone missing. I ain't leaving this house while I still have hope he'll come back. He has a routine where he went over into Lexington, scavenged some, and then came back to the farm. I needs you to head over there and find him. And don't come back without him in tow. Thank God you're safe, Junior.
Who the hell are you, old man?
Hey, you. Look, my boy returned.
Excuse me.
What do you mean? He looks like my son. He probably just got a little bump on the head, so his memory's all jumbled up. A sin. If he was replaced, I would have noticed. He is my son. Wait. Are you saying those robot-worshipping crazies butchered my boy's mind? My son, he's come home, but he doesn't remember. Probably just had one too many at the dugout. That's my boy, goddammit. You're telling me I haven't lost him once, but twice? God damn it, that's my boy. Yeah, without my boy, this farm has no meaning. I'll come join your outcasts. Very well. I'll see you there.
Hey.
I don't really have anything else to say.
Sweet Pip-Boy, brother. Hold on.
I toss out the troublemakers. You keep that in mind.
Yeah? Excuse me.
What do you need, civilian? Not interested. I don't want to get involved in Brotherhood politics again. Just because I got kicked out doesn't mean I need to get rid of the order in my life. Besides, how did you know that? No, I have different plans right now. Maybe we'll see each other again. But for now, tell your protector, or paladin, or elder, or whatever, that I'm not interested. I go by JC. Any further questions? Until next time, farewell.
Looks like we got another freak that won't fit anywhere.
Steel be with you.
Hey.
Hail, friend.